G'day traders, John from Crypto Counterfeit Trading, doing an update on Bitcoin and the crypto markets. We'll have a look at a few other cryptos as well. And what I'm seeing here, we've got a massive push. This looks like exuberance right from the start to me. We've got some massive candles, like right at the very start here, coming out of the gate. And so that to me, if we just have a look at this, just have a look at, these candles as they get bigger. And even this one here, this is probably the biggest one here, but look at the result after it, like when we take off. It just means that the market's not really all that ready yet. And, here we've had a nice big takeoff and a pullback, and, we've gone again, we've broken out, we've done that on good volume. But the only problem is that, I know we've had a nice bounce here and it's been a very good push up. This could actually work, but, there's a few flaws with it as well. And, some of the flaws that I'm seeing is that we've got a massive big push. So, most of the wind's been taken out of the sails before we get moving, we're pretty much just had a start. We need to have a breather. And that's just the way I'm seeing that at this stage here. I could be wrong. This could take off. I did actually find an example here where it actually had done something similar. I'll just see if I can find it. Before I do that, I'll be looking for two things, and I'll just show you what else I'm looking for. So here at the top here, we've got a resistance line. There's all my other resistance line. Actually, I'm going to start again, and then we'll do it from here. So up the top here, we've got a resistance line. And over here, the same resistance line. A lot of heavy selling there as well, and the same here again. And I was actually expecting that we, could actually make a heavy decline from here. But anyway, we've broken through, and we're breaking through on good volume. So, this actually doesn't look too bad in the sense that we've got great volume, accumulation here. And then we're on the sell-off, we've got barely anything. And then we've, volumes come back in at the top there. But usually when we see a breakout that's got this much, strength in it straight away, usually they're failure prone. They need to have some sort of a breather. This sort of one candle breather here, it's either saying that there's, great accumulation here and we're going to skyrocket, or, there's people selling already, they're taking profits up here, and we'll see weakness shortly after that. And, another thing to do as well is have a look back in history to see, okay, well, what does it look like when it breaks above all the major moving averages? And so here is one of those times here when it breaks above all the moving averages. Here's another time here. And, going back in history, here's another one of those times right here. So, after this nice decline that we've had here, then we have a breakout. So here we've had a nice decline, a big sell-off, and a good breakout like that. When we have, a nice big push and then a small pullback, and then another push, it just doesn't seem to go as far. But I know this one here isn't above the major moving averages. I'll just carry on with the example. So, we're broken through here and, we're pushed through there, but this is after a nice decline. And let's go and find another place where, so here's another time we're broken above all the moving averages. And so, that's actually quite nice there. Here we've got a decline as well. We've down, we've got low, high, high, low. It's kind of like almost into a wedge shape. And anyway, but if I drew a trend line down across there, that'll be a breakout above that, and beautiful result after it. That's after a decline, a breakout after a decline. Even this here, we've got a small decline and then a breakout, a good result. Now this kind of contradicts a little bit kind of what I was saying. So here, we've got a nice advance, and here we've got good volume accumulation there as well, and not very good breakout. Well, actually here, this is the breakout volume that I'm looking at. And so when we've got good volume accumulation here, and this kind of goes straight up, now all of a sudden we're above all the major moving averages. We've got a nice push up, and then all of a sudden, this is the result after a nice push. And, I like to buy our entries after a pullback, not after a price extension. I would much rather wait for a pullback to say the 200 or a major moving average before I, enter that position there for a run there. Here we've had a nice pullback, and look at this. We've got two candles, and then another candle. So this one here was the breakout candle, but I mean we've almost got exuberance here before we have the breakout candle. That's a similar situation to what we got today. And this is why and this thing here kind of scares me, because this is the sort of picture that I have in mind with where we are. Now I could be completely wrong, because we could actually take off and just keep on going on our merry way up to 70,000. Who knows? But here's another one here. So this is a flat base. So this is a different scenario again. So if we're just going to have a flat base here, a flat base like that. So this is very similar to what we have now, and so we've created a bit like a base, and we've broken out of the major moving averages and just kind of, like a little bit congested here, I suppose, a little bit tight, But then all of a sudden it kind of breaks out and we get some legs and we start moving up. So this is an example of where we are today in my eyes as well. You know, we've come down low and we haven't really had like any sort of a major push to create a good base. And then all of a sudden we're broken out with confidence and good volume, and you know, and then it takes off really well. But this is after a major decline. This here, major decline, not much of an upthrust, and so this one worked. Now let's go back and have a look at where we are. Where we are today. So that's just kind of like a basic idea, you know, of what I've got. So we've had a, you know, like quite a hefty decline. You know, traders, I got to say, I still don't think this decline's over. You know, like I don't think it's over. It just, to me, it looks like there's still weakness. And the reason why I'm saying that is because, you know, if we come along here and have a look at the volume down the bottom here, you know, we've got some massive volume, you know, some very, very big volume. And even if we go way back here in the lows, you know, down here, you know, we've got some good volume popping and all that sort of stuff down in these lows here. Even here, look at that, we've got some great volume popping in there, you know, some good volume. So, and now having a look over where we are today, now, like, you know, have a look at the volume here. There's, you know, the accumulation down here has been minimal. And so that's where I'm seeing a little bit of a problem here. The accumulation being minimal means that basically they haven't accumulated enough stuff before we take off. So this could be a fake breakout. That's, you know, it might be, it might not. So I can't trade what I think the market's going to do. I've got to trade what the market has done. This here, I won't be buying this. I'm going to wait for some sort of a pullback, at least to this line here. If I see some sort of reversal off this line, I'll be buying. You know, but if I do see strength up here, one of the main things that I want to see, and which will be a second entry for me, or, you know, maybe even my first entry, who knows. But this is on the weekly chart. So as soon as this weekly chart opens, you know, on Monday morning, 10 o'clock, it's either going to trade north or south. So let's just say it opens up, trade south. I'm going to place an order to buy on the weekly chart, just in case we get something like this, where it just takes off and, you know, just continues to go, you know. And so that's the sort of thing that I don't want to miss out on. I'm only going to risk 1% on that anyway. So I'll wait until we get some legs and we're away from this a little bit. If we do manage to get some legs, and then I'll be adding to positions after that and buying more. But let's just go through. So that's the weekly chart. And so there's my basic idea and picture of Bitcoin and the crypto market. Like, you know, I don't mind this base, to be honest. I don't mind the breakout. I don't mind the volume accumulation. It just seems to me like we need a breather already. Let's have a look at a few of these other ones. And so here, you know, we're under the major moving averages. I'll just go through these quickly. And here we're above the major moving averages, but, you know, we've got the same sort of thing. Oh, this is Ethereum. Ethereum copies Bitcoin. Doesn't this chart look very much like Bitcoin's? And, you know, it's the same kind of thing. Let's carry on. Okay, so here we've got DOT, but, you know, and so this is just my idea, you know, like we've come straight away from a decline, and then we've got left head and then shoulder, right shoulder. And so, you know, like that's just what it looks like to me. You know, here we are, got a nice rise on lower volume, you know, than we had here. And this massive volume here, there was a like 3/4 reversal candle. Like this is a major indecision candle. So you know, but this could be like a fake, you know, like this could be all the amateurs and retail traders pushing this market up while big money is up there selling. And that's what it looks like. You know, big money were in here, you know, the volume tends to get, you know, quite big and advances with it. Let's have a look at Matic. Here we are. So we're still under the 50 here. We've gone up, made a higher low, but we're still under major resistance. And Sheba, look at that, nowhere near the 50. So we're just above the 200, but that just looks like sideways between the 200 and the 50. I wouldn't really want to trade out of that. And here, still under the 50, and previous support becomes new resistance. So that's Litecoin. Here we've broken below the 50, bounced on the 200, now up at the 50. Could we get rejection from the 50 to come down? So, you know, if we're having a look at these ones here in comparison to Bitcoin, you know, Bitcoin has done, you know, some pretty good things, but it looks like it's overshot the mark a little bit. A lot of these need to catch up. So, like, even if Bitcoin does do the right thing and take off, you know, like we don't have to buy Bitcoin. Actually, I wouldn't really recommend it. I'd kind of, you know, recommend buying something else. But, you know, these ones here, if you're buying these ones, they will usually move a lot faster than what Bitcoin does anyway. So if Bitcoin breaks out, we'll just keep our eyes out on these ones for the breakout. And, you know, if we're looking at this kind of thing here, like, okay, we've got a bit of a rise in volume, but we've got, you know, massive selling volume there. This is a problem. This goes against, you know, our rules. So this setup does not work. Here, we're still so going through, and even some of these older ones, they're still under the major moving averages. Which if you go back and have a look, if once they're under the major moving averages, they've got to work pretty hard to get out of them. And then once they stay above them, and you can see that there's a good support there, they're a good thing to buy. Still under the major moving averages. So here, this just looks like kind of choppy sort of trading. This does. Up and then back, up and back. So wide and loose, like, we've got 20% candles here, selling off like 40%, 50%, same again. Doesn't look good. This one here, I don't even know what this one is. Gone up and then pull back, and now we're under the 50. Are we going to get rejection at the 50? This hasn't even got to 200, so we haven't even done 200 days of this one here yet. And looking at this one here, so on the 200 but under the 50. So, we can just keep on going down through these things. It still, to me, does not look like the crypto market is ready at this stage here to start getting in and buying. Man, that, I actually have, some quite a bit of faith in crypto.com actually. So I'm dollar cost averaging into that one. And look at that. So here we are, I'm hoping that we kind of get a bounce at the 50 and then fall off from there. So, I am actually looking for shorts as well on Bitcoin. I'm just going to trade whichever way it goes, but we need to be confident and let the market tell us which way it's going before we trade. And here, down, up, and then, like here, there's a lot of weight just above this line here in order to get through. I can even see a support and resistance line. So I've got support, breakthrough, resistance, and resistance at the 200. Yeah, and same again, kind of sideways. And same again. And so we can see this, like the only one that's really broken out, and done well with the breakout is Bitcoin. Up and then back and then, see that, like even this selling volume here, that's big selling volume. We can't be part of that. Increasing volume on the downside, even though it was in a race to get down to the 200. Here we are reversed and we've gone up. This to me looks like exuberance. This candle here is bigger than even this candle here. This is the biggest candle of the rally. Okay. Anyway, just an idea. Here, look at that, biggest candle of the rally. Here's where it starts getting out of control. And touching the 50. Yep, I'm not convinced. Which way does this trend look like it's going? We've had a pop, but we're still under major moving averages and stuff, with the rest of the crypto market. Yep, same again there. Look at that, under the major moving averages, all of them. Still looking like a downtrend. And same here, looks like it's rejecting at those two major moving averages, sand. And very, very low volume too. Here, like big volume, like that's wide and loose stuff there. Look at that. So this has gone from $975 to $600. Pretty quick, up and down. Good to trade if you're up there or down here. And then this one here, up and then back. Yeah, traders, I am not looking at buying Bitcoin. I'm looking at buying something, like other ones that come up and they look really good. And so far, I'm not really seeing anything that looks really good at this stage. I want Bitcoin to prove to me what it's going to do. But and then when I buy, like I'm only going to buy one or two. I want to see this this rally get legs, get traction, get support. Prove it to me, and then start loading up. In the meantime, though, yep, it's it is what it is. I have been actually trading on the Forex market as well. So, if you wanted to see what I'm up to with the Forex market, hit me up and we'll go through some charts with them. And, like I made $4,000 on this last night. So on that decline there, but between these two declines on both these declines here, I made $4,000. So I'll just move that one. I'll just keep that. So anyway, it was just on this little run here that I got. So anyway, traders, I'll leave it at that. I hope you have a good rest of your weekend. And if you have any problems with your charts, please let me know. More than happy to talk about charts. Okay, talk to you soon. See ya.